Hi, beautiful. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about subliminals. I am really passionate about them, and I think this would be a really helpful video to make for those who are using them on a regular. I really want to help with not only how to use them, but some questions that seem to be swirling around about them. So I'm really passionate about subliminals because I am passionate about healing and how that unlocks our own personal magic. And I do a lot of research on the subconscious mind, and I think why subliminals are so interesting and why I also believe that they work, because subliminals, they bypass the conscious mind and they target and impress the subconscious mind, which controls 95% of your brain activity, everything that you do. It is so shaping. It really has the power to change your reality. And so I think if you're unhappy with a situation, or even just really want a whole brand new beginning for yourself, maybe you've been on a healing journey and you are ready to take it further and see what your power can do, and maybe that's led you to subliminals, and you've kind of reached that point in your spiritual awakening as well, and you understand the power of the subconscious mind. And so that's what subliminals do. They're hidden affirmations. You can use different codes and frequencies and all kinds of things to target your subconscious mind and release old programming and create new programming for yourself. And so I want to get into one of the first things that I notice swirling around about subconscious programming and subliminals quite a bit. So let's get into that. There is a concern about I am statements versus you are statements when you are using subliminals that people are making for others on the internet. And the experts would tell you that you are statements coming from someone else is going to be more effective. I absolutely understand this. I agree with it slightly if you are more of a beginner. That said, this is something that I've meditated on with spirit, and the message that I got was not to diminish or set aside your own self-belief and your own power of intention when it comes to using subliminals, because I've been using them for a while, and I do think, of course, it's important to use your intuition and make sure that not only is the subliminal right for you, but the person that is making them is also more of an energetic match to you as well. And if it resonates, and if you're kind of getting that pull in your solar plexus and that voice that maybe says this is maybe not the right subliminal or the right person to be making them for you specifically, then I would absolutely follow those whispers. They've certainly always helped me and steered me away from what doesn't work for me. But going back to choosing subliminals, some of the ones that have worked so incredibly well for me have been all I am statements. And I think a lot of that is because I've always put my intention into it, and I still do. Every single time I listen to a subliminal, I always state the intention, even out loud sometimes, that this subliminal is for me. The I am is me, and the you are is also them talking about me. So with that said, let's get into the next topic about subliminals. The next thing I want to mention regarding subliminals is going to be time of the day that you choose to listen to them. And you've probably heard this before, that the morning and right before bed is going to be the most effective. This has certainly something that has really worked for me personally. And I think I am a testament to that, because I really do focus on those times of the day when I think the subconscious is most reachable. And that has everything to do with the brainwave states. Theta is really powerful, even delta as well. And so I really like to listen to subliminals while I'm sleeping. And of course, that is going to go over into like when I am falling asleep is when I will put them on, and they'll still be on when I wake up in the morning, when it's still really easy to reach my subconscious. That said, I really think you can listen to them at any time during the day. They're still always going to work. It's just that there are better times because of this like earthly realm that we listen to, and the density, and just kind of having to work with that a little bit. But you're still an unlimited being, so don't ever forget that. But yeah, so I personally really do stick to those times, and particularly right before bed. And when you wake up in the morning, you're really going to be in that theta-like state. Sometimes it can happen in meditation as well, the more practiced you are. And this is really cool, actually. So even, I think it was Thomas Edison that would actually take naps throughout the day in order to stimulate the theta waves in his brain, because he kind of knew that was like the sweet spot. So the same thing is going to apply to subliminals. And again, just kind of matching the different like brainwave states and subliminals. If you get these things, then you're going to really achieve some deep programming. So let's get into the next thing. The next thing is going to be your mindset, or I should say a balance in your mindset. So you want to be in a place where you believe that they're working, but also you have no expectations. And that is a big key. And I've noticed a big difference. And that goes for anything that you're manifesting, really. If you are constantly checking up on it every single day, if you're obsessing over your dreams and your manifestations, then that does create resistance. And the reason is because you can put all this work into meditating and like visualizing, for instance, but then you kind of come out of that, and when it's still another day that none of it has come true, then for us as humans, it can actually facilitate a lack mindset. And so that's why it's important to have no expectations. And like as Abraham Hicks would say, be satisfied anyways, be satisfied in the process. Don't really let anything get you out of that state. And so I think that's really important. There's absolutely a balance there when you want to get the most out of subliminals, and whatever you're using them for, you want to make sure that you believe that they're working, but also have no expectations when it comes to subliminals at all. And that balance is going to be the magic. I can promise you that. So let's get into the last thing. Lastly, what you can do is make your own subliminals. They're quite a bit easier than you might think if that's something that interests you, and you can use CapCut. I'm sure there are several options out there if you want to do a little bit more research and are still a little bit worried about the I am versus you are statements in subliminals, then that is absolutely an option, and you can make it your own. You can add different hertz. You can, of course, they're going to be your own affirmations. You can add Grabovoi codes or anything like that. You can just infuse so much of whatever you want into it. If you want to go beyond just using affirmations, or even just music that you really like, or maybe you like to make your own beats, and you could do that too. And so, yeah, I hope that all this information about subliminals has been helpful and uplifting, and hopefully cleared up some of the questions and confusion about there when it comes to subliminals. But the main thing to remember is that we are so blessed to have all of this information now out there about the subconscious mind and how much it creates. And so it really only makes sense, right? If we are wanting to change our reality, if we're not happy about something, if we want a different outcome, if we want better for ourselves, if we want to change within, then it seems like the subconscious mind is a really, really good place to start. So again, I hope this is helpful, and all things that you might consider and take with you as you go on with your spiritual awakening and self-development journey. And if you are interested in anything else about me, that information is going to be in the About section. I've got some incredible resources for passive income, affiliate marketing, self-development, light codes. If you get the book, read it more than once. You get new codes every time. And with all that said, I love you so much, and I hope that you're doing amazing. You're going to be amazing. You always are. You already are.